Detective Chad Honaker, Chadhonaker, with the Austin Police Department Child Abuse Unit. The Austin Police Department Child Abuse Unit has arrested Keyshawn French Burton on 1 count of continuous sexual abuse of a child, a first-degree felony, and 3 counts of sexual assault of a child, a second-degree felony. He has also been charged by the Hays County Sheriff's Office on 1 count of sexual assault of a child, a second-degree felony. These charges stem from multiple incidents involving at least 3 separate victims. Our investigation determined that Mr. French Burton used a variety of names and different social media handles to contact his victims. In several instances, he misrepresented his age to the survivors and presented himself as someone younger than he actually was. Information gathered in our investigations suggests that Mr. French Burton contacted other underage children via social media outlets with the intent to engage in sexual activity. Given this information, we believe there may be additional survivors who may have been assaulted by Mr. French Burton. The Austin Police Department and Austin Public Health are coordinating to provide contact tracing on any sexually transmitted infections that came as a result of the suspect's actions. We understand that survivors of sexual abuse may not wish to report to law enforcement. We respect and support you in that decision. However, if you have been assaulted by Keyshawn French Burton and you do wish to report, please know the Austin Police Department Child Abuse Unit is here to assist you. To report your sexual abuse, or if you have information about these incidents, please call the Austin Police Department Child Abuse Tip Line at 512-974-6880 or Crime Stoppers at 512-472-TIPS, or you can use the new Crime Stoppers application on your phone. If you do not wish to report to law enforcement, we do encourage you to at least contact the Austin Health Department at 512-972-5430 or schedule an appointment online at www.austintexas.gov/department/sexual health clinic. Additionally, the Austin Police Department Victim Services Counselors are available and can be reached by calling 512-974-5037. I will now be turning it over to Austin Public Health.
Good morning. I am Dr. Desmar Walks, DESMAR-WALKES, Austin Travis County Health Authority. I appreciate the opportunity to be here today to discuss the public health response to sexually transmitted infections and the resources available in our community. Austin Public Health is actively coordinating efforts with APD to provide contact tracing for any sexually transmitted infections that may have resulted from this suspect's actions. While I cannot comment on specific details of the case, I can share information about how contact tracing and public health interventions work in situations like this. Contact tracing is a key public health tool that helps prevent further spread of STIs by identifying and notifying individuals who may have been exposed so they can get tested and receive appropriate care. STIs are a serious public health concern and early detection is critical. If you have believed that you've been exposed to an STI, I strongly encourage you to seek testing as soon as possible. We offer low-cost or no-cost services, and we can connect you with treatment options. We understand that discussing STIs is difficult, but there's no shame in seeking medical care. Our focus is on ensuring that every individual has access to the information and treatment they need to stay healthy. Austin Public Health offers STI testing, and there are additional resources available throughout the community. You can call us at 512-972-5430 to learn more and to schedule an appointment. If you learn that you've been exposed to an STI, please take it seriously. Get tested, and getting tested is a simple step that can protect your health and the health of others. Public health and public safety go hand in hand. We appreciate the collaboration with APD, and our other healthcare partners as we work to support the health and well-being of our community. I encourage anyone with concerns to reach out for testing and support. Thank you.
Hi, excuse me. My name is Katie Herbers, KatieHerbers. I'm one of the supervisors with Victim Services over our counselors in our child abuse unit. I wanted to let everybody know that we have counselors that are available for support for the survivors. If anybody has any questions about the criminal justice process or what reporting looks like, survivors and their families are more than welcome to call into Victim Services, and there will be counselors assigned to the case to provide support to the survivors of abuse and their families. For families that are concerned about prevention as well, there are some local organizations that provide online education courses to parents on how to learn about safety, including the Center for Child Protection, Girls Empowerment Network, and Safe Alliance.
Do we have any questions for you?
Question for the detective, please. Could he be facing additional charges if he knew that he had an STI while preying on these victims?
That would be more of a question, honestly, for public health, and I can't comment on sexually transmitted infections. The focus of this is to get the public knowledge out there and let people know that Mr. French Burton does exist, and if they are a survivor of a sexual assault, to come forward and contact us. Anything as far as STI goes would need to go through public health.
Can you maybe talk about the cases and linking them together?
So the cases came about with a nexus to the social media, as was mentioned. In going through the various social media, there was identification of several other underage juveniles that Mr. French Burton was communicating with as well, and hence this press conference and asking for the public's assistance in attempting to identify those people.
In saying several others, I mean, how widespread do you think this could be, just from what you've been able to gather, and then kind of maybe speculating to some extent about what you've seen from other cases?
Yeah, I can't place a number on the total of how many people he's been speaking with. I can just say that it's several at this point. We have identified 3 victims, as was mentioned in the release, and there are several others that may have been a survivor as well.
What social media apps are we talking about here, and can you give any details regarding the age ranges of some of these survivors?
Yeah, so the ages range between 12 and 17 years of age at this point. The only, since this is still an active investigation, I can't really provide further specific information. However, the utilization of Instagram and Snapchat are a component in this investigation.
Did you indicate if these are males or female victims?
Everyone that has been identified thus far are female. Any other questions?
I have a question for Austin.
Yeah, absolutely.
With your experience, would you say it's common to see someone who has an STI prey on younger people?
I think that the fact that this individual may have had an STI is not necessarily correlating with the fact that the individual's been preying on several several children in this case, and so that we don't have that correlation necessarily.
But the fact that he may have had, is it confirmed he has an STI, or we're just
I'll have to let the
it's not confirmed?
APD answer the questions regarding the case, and given the HIPAA laws, I can't give information out about the cases. I'd leave that to APD.
Got one.
Yeah, we also can't release specific information regarding STI. As with any sexual assault case, a component of sexual abuse tracing or sexual transmitted tracing is recommended. So I don't want to focus on the fact that there is STI involved in this or not. My primary concern is here is letting the public know that Mr. French Burton does exist, that we have confirmed 3 survivors of sexual assault, and that if there was sexual contact with Mr. French Burton, to one of 2 things, or potentially both, either come forward to speak with the Austin Police Department so we could assist you with that investigation, or at a minimum contact the Austin Public Health for sexually transmitted infection tracing. Okay.
For parents who might be wondering, you know, if their kid might be impacted, any school districts in question here that from these survivors?
I don't have any specific information for school districts. I will say that, you know, like I said, we have filed, and Hayes County has filed for sexual assault of a child as well. So it remains in this greater Austin area for sure.
Can you talk maybe of the dangers of social media and someone who obviously portrayed himself as younger and wasn't that, but that wasn't the case?
Yeah, so, you know, once again, my focus is on Mr. French Burton and holding him accountable for his actions. For parents, absolutely, you know, be vigilant of what's going on with your children, but most of all, be supportive of your children. If your children come forward and say they want to talk to you, be supportive of them. If they want to seek assistance, our victim services counselors are available to further assist them with any counseling or services that may be available for them as a survivor of sexual assault.
Any other questions for anyone? We're good. Okay, and we do have a press release coming out shortly if it hasn't, yeah, come on next.